around.
What?
I might have caught that reach around.
Oh boy, what is up, everybody? No, that's your thing.
That's my thing, but that's okay. You can steal it. I'm fine with that.
Guys, should we get into Westworld?
Yes, 100%. Holy shit, is it good?
Okay, because they're hyping it because I guess the third season's coming out soon.
Third season's already, we're
out.
4
It's
episodes
like
in?
5 episodes in?
No, not
4?
5,
Yeah.
4.
Get with the times, noob.
You haven't seen it either.
I knew it was third season now.
I knew it was third season. I
And
didn't
it was
know.
out.
Okay.
So the first season is absolutely incredible. The second season is good. Overall is good, but it has like 2 of the best episodes of the entire series. But like overall, the story, I didn't like the story of the second season as much as the first season. But this third season is like,
great.
oh, it's so good. It's so good, and I'm not even gonna say anything because it's like I could say something right now that would like kind of ruin the show, sort of, and I'm not gonna say it.
I have a question.
Okay.
I granted have seen, we talked about last podcast, or it might have been the Game of Thrones podcast, downloaded Reigns of Podcast, come here.
It just went live, actually. It went live 3 minutes ago.
Great. Download it, because it's fantastic. Where I talked about the Avengers that I have seen.
Correct. Right, and I spoiled the ending of Endgame, because you didn't know.
I knew what happened.
Oh, okay.
That's something I had tickets to, and I didn't go to.
Oh, well, there you go.
Spoiler for our podcast topics. But I saw the one before that with the snappy fingers and the poof poof.
Yep.
Was it Infinity War? Yeah?
You got it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I would have killed Vision without hesitation.
So if it was Dave.
And Dave was a fucking robot? Yes, I would kill Dave.
No. Dave is not a robot. Dave is Dave. Don't do Dave as a robot.
Vision is a robot.
Sure.
No, but here's what you're not getting, and let Chris explain it to you.
Okay,
right.
Okay.
She was in love with him.
Yes.
So you're in love with Dave.
Yes.
And you're going to just straight up kill him. Someone that you're in love with.
Robot or not.
Robot has nothing to do with it. Just
it
flat out.
It has everything to do with it.
It has nothing to do with it.
But the dog is a dog. Vision is a robot.
Robot lives matter.
Robot.
Ask George.
Robot lives matter.
Cut.
Ask
George.
Damn.
That's my question. Will I be angry with Westworld because I would have killed Vision without hesitation?
No. No. Westworld has. It doesn't really have anything like that. You know what I mean? Like you just have to watch it. It's such a out there thing. My favorite part of the show, and again, I'm not going to say too much, but my favorite part, especially of the first season, is trying to figure out the songs that the player piano is playing, because it's always playing like contemporary music, but like it's a player piano version of it. It's really fun. That's my favorite thing.
It's Raymond Javadi doing the music, who also does the music for a lot of great shows like Game of Thrones.
Correct. Correct. And the music is really good. This season's music I'm a little iffy on, but for the most part the music's real good. And the acting is like out of this world. It's out of this world.
Out of Westworld.
Out of Westworld.
Well, thank you for listening to our Westworld podcast.
Yeah.
Didn't you guys have a Westworld podcast?
We briefly did.
I mean, I don't want to bring up old wounds.
I mean, I still talk about it with Chris just to make sure he's caught up, because I don't know where anyone else is in the Westworld watching timeline.
Me and Lindsay are watching it every Sunday at 9. We do not miss it. We missed it not this week, but the week before, because we forgot it was Sunday. Because what day of the week is it?
Who knows? Only my chalkboard can tell me. It's
Correct.
Wednesday.
Correct.
I have a weird soft spot for Aaron Paul, having never seen Breaking Bad.
I've never seen Breaking Bad either.
BoJack Horseman, but for some reason I'm like, oh, I like that guy.
He's actually really good in this season. I've liked him so far.
Charming, and I've really seen nothing that he's been in.
There it is.
Should we tell her he doesn't show up until the third season?
Yeah, he's not until the third season.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah,
There's
no,
other
there's-
people I can perv on.
Oh
I'm
my
sure.
god. Oh yeah.
Oscar Isaac's dead.
What's his name? Well, who plays Teddy? What's that guy's name? I can't remember his name.
James
Sorry.
Marsden.
James Marsden. You can perv on James Marsden for the first two
he's cute.
seasons.
Yeah, James Marsden's really cute.
And and then Jimmy Smith's buddy, what's his face?
Sorry, you had me at Jimmy Smith.
No, Jimmy Smith's isn't
No,
it. Jimmy Smith's buddy. What are you talking about?
What's his name? The Man in Black's buddy. Who am I thinking?
Man in Black's
What's his
buddy.
name?
Oh, that's not Jimmy Smith's.
Jimmy
No,
Smith's
what's his
not
name? It's
Men
Ben,
in
it's Ben
Black.
something, isn't it?
I don't know. I don't know his name.
What on earth?
He was in Oh, what the fuck was he was in that Marvel show? Which one was it?
Are you talking about Vincent D'Onofrio?
Punisher.
What's
No.
Punisher?
Punisher's a show.
Oh, that guy with the names.
John Bernthal?
That's it, John Barenthal.
No, but he's
No,
not in it.
The other guy.
I don't know.
the-
I didn't watch
Oh.
that show, so I have no idea who you're talking about.
Who is
Watch
it? Are you
Westworld.
thinking?
So the Man in Black's
are you
buddy.
I know who
But he's
you're.
not.
I know who you're talking about. I just
Or
don't
you
know
know
what
who-
you're talking about with this other show.
Also, can you clarify?
It's the same actor.
Is Jimmy Smith's in the
No,
Punisher?
it's not.
No.
Oh no, he's getting the name wrong of the guy who he's talking about. It's not Jimmy Smith's.
Because I would like now Jimmy Smith's now. I would still have intercourse with.
No,
Right.
Jimmy Simpson, isn't it?
We're gonna find out here because you're really bad at this.
Are you talking about Jamie Bamber from Battlestar Galactica?
No, but
no.
Jamie Bamber is awesome.
He's also very good looking.
Are you talking about the forward defensive back, Jimmy Smith?
Yes.
No, Jimmy Simpson, isn't it?
Jessica
Oh,
Simpson?
he's not in the first episode. Shit.
Mark, have you seen Battlestar Galactica?
Yeah, of course.
Mark, have you seen Battlestar Galactica? Yes.
I was the one who got Chris into Battlestar Galactica.
Is Jamie Bamber supposed to be the son of the dad from Selena?
Jimmy
Yeah.
Simpson. You're right, Mark.
Yeah.
His name is Jimmy Simpson,
And yes, to
and
both,
his
yes.
friend's name is Ben Barnes. That's the character.
That's his name.
Ben
yeah,
Barnes.
he's cute.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
is cute.
There you go.
You put him on him.
We got there eventually.
And there's a Hemsworth in the show. Let's not forget that. It's Luke
Lots of
Hemsworth,
male
but
nudity as well.
Ooh, peen?
yep.
I like
peen.
like actual
Like
peen.
Actual peen.
Yeah.
You will see actual peen.
There you go.
Is that what you were saying? Oscar Isaac's peen?
No.
What is that? What do I see Oscar Isaac's peen in? Are you talking about Pedro Pascal from The Mandalorian?
Yeah.
Are you mixing up your Hispanic guys that are in Star Wars?
Oh. All right. Hey. Sports.
Hey, welcome to Scotch Sporting, everybody. Sports.
Hey, we gotta make up for what we did last week. We got right into it.
I know, we actually started talking about sports. Did we want to get right into
Yeah.
our
Dive in.
final
Oh yeah.
Golden Eagle?
Yes.
What
Yes.
did you think I was saying?
What?
And you were really hyped for
I don't
something.
know, but then I was like, yeah. I was just like, yeah, let's go. I don't know.
Okay, but just getting back to Jamie Bamber real quick. So the dad from Selena and the guy from is the guy from Blade Runner who drops the unicorn. Spoiler: they're all robots.
Wow. Hey, if
I
you haven't
also
seen
fucking-
Blade Runner, it's like 35 years. So,
I'm not spoiling anything for you. I
Shit,
fucking hate
more
that
than that.
movie.
oh,
I'm not a Blade
Sorry.
Runner fan.
have you now? Do you like the second one?
I haven't seen the second one. Like the new one, like the Blade
Yeah,
Runner
2049.
or whatever.
Yeah, it's real good.
Okay, maybe.
It's
anyway,
real
so
good.
the guy that drops the unicorn and like
Yeah.
look
Edward James Olmos.
is notably
Yes.
Hispanic.
Yes. And
Jamie Bamber,
very British.
very British, and well, British people can be Hispanic too.
Correct.
He's very British
But
and
very white. Yeah.
So, Mark, you are telling me that they are supposed to be father-son.
Yeah, and it works
They're
actually.
supposed
It works. I never thought it. Did you have a problem with it, Mark?
No.
Yeah, I
Not at
never. I always thought it worked.
Is that the one the hot Canadians in, that Trisha Helfer?
Yes.
Yes.
Right.
So
Okay,
you've never
spoiler.
watched Battlestar Galactica?
No, but I know
Oh.
all of the players.
Jeez.
But you know what I did watch, though? Canada's Next Top Model, which
Had Trisha
Trisha
Helfer.
Helfer hosted.
Right.
So
there you
and I watched Law and Order UK, which Jamie Bamber was the lead in,
Oh, okay.
and I watched Selena.
He's on some show that was on HBO the other night. It was after Westworld, and I'm like, oh, it's Jamie Bamber, and he had his accent, and it's just weird when I hear him speak with a British accent.
Whatever
You
it
mean his
is.
natural accent?
Yeah, because he does a pretty good like American accent. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think I ever heard him slip up once in the show.
No.
Okay, unlike Jamie Dorner from 50 Shades of Grey. Okay, I would just want to movies. People named Jamie. 50 Shades of Grey was terrible. Just let him be Irish. Anyways, guys. Okay, sports. We are going to launch right into after how many minutes of preamble?
Well, we've been streaming for 12, but I think I hit the thing to switch it so they could see us about 10 minutes ago.
Great. And how many viewers have we lost since?
Actually, we've gained some, so that's pretty good. So how's it going, guys?
Jamie Bamber.
Jamie
If you want us to keep talking about Jamie Bamber, please comment
Yeah.
in the Twitch feeds, but don't use gamer words, which I learned what they were.
That's right.
We are going to play our very last game of Bold and the Beautiful. And Mark, I am tasking you to come up with a new brilliant quiz game. So Mark has taken every stupid bowl game he can find, like the Quiznos Hot Subway Sandwich Fiesta Bowl, which is not real, and paired it against something that is real, but both of them seem so ridiculous that it is so hard to choose. And if you are playing along with us, please know that Mark does his research.
He does a really good job with these.
So for every bowl, I think last week is the great example with the cornbread bowl.
Yeah.
And it was up against something, and I was like...
Potato.
It was the Idaho Potato Bowl and the
Carolina cornbread.
And I was like, Mark did his research to find out that cornbread was a major staple of the Carolina diet, just to trick us. Like, it is up there with the Idaho potato.
I think, though, that we've peeked too far behind the curtain at this point, and I think we know... I think maybe we might know what we're looking for. Well, we'll see.
We'll see. So we're going to play our last game. Mark, how many more bowls do you have for us?
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay. Uneven number, so we can have a winner between Chris and I hope.
No, we just all picked the same thing.
I've kept the scores.
Oh, he's kept
right
this.
Now.
Oh.
Okay.
Tay has 14.
Uh-huh.
Chris has 15.
Oh, baby! Yeah!
Chris had a big week last week.
I did have a big week last week because I hit
He hit
5
like
out of 7?
6 out of 9.
Oh.
Something like that. It was crazy.
Out of how many possible bowls? I just wanted to put this into perspective of how terrible we are.
3, 7, 8.
And how much work Mark put into this as well. I think that's the other impressive thing here.
28.
28. Okay, then it's 28 so far.
That's a pass. That's a pass for both of us with 15 and 14. But that's how hard it is. 14 and 28 is a pass.
Sure, if you were allowed to pass with 50%.
I was on the dean's list and you know it. Okay, Mark, let's go.
All right. First one. We have the Commemoration Bowl or the Celebration Bowl.
One more time.
Commemoration Bowl.
Okay.
Or the Celebration Bowl.
I'm putting the flag down. Celebration Bowl.
I gotta go Celebration Bowl because commemorating. Hi, buddy. And this is when we get all the views.
Did he just lie down?
He just flopped. Come here.
Oh, hi, pal.
I tell him.
Oh.
Hi.
Hi. Do you remember my name?
Yeah?
What is it?
That bitch.
Taylor.
Remember when you called me Andrew last week?
Nah.
You called me Andrew. Do you think my name is Andrew?
No.
What's your name, Kevin?
No.
Is your name Chad?
No.
Is your name Christina?
No.
Is a Daisy? Is it Diamond? Is it
Desmond.
Devin?
Desmond.
Is it Desmond? So not Christina? I could have sworn your name was Christina.
Hey, when I'm older, I'm gonna buy all the old technology in the world.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay, say
That's cool.
bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, come here.
Bye. Bye, Christina. Oh. Oh. Oh my God.
I thought you were going back in for an open mouth like Tom Brady.
No.
Get in here, Christina.
No, just the. I mean, is it wrong to call them Eskimo kisses still? Because
Do I kiss it?
Eskimo kisses
Yeah.
when you rub
Is
noses.
that racist?
I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know, but that's what we call them. I'm sorry.
As the closest thing to an indigenous person that we have on this podcast,
True. I guess I would be the.
if you say it's not racist, you have the word. Okay, Mark, I want to pick the Celebration Bowl because the Commemoration Bowl, now that I'm saying it out loud, do you like Commemorate? All right, I'm going to change my vote. I'm going to do Commemoration Bowl because
Okay.
we're commemorating something. I don't know if you would have come up with Commemorate. I think if you saw Celebration, you would have come up with like Party Bowl or something.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
So Chris is going celebration. Tay is going commemoration. Tay, you are incorrect.
Oh yeah, baby.
This is your fault, Dave.
Sorry, the first time you've ever listened to me?
Ever in my life. After 5 years together, I listened to you at the wrong time. Okay.
5 years.
Number 2? Yeah, we've been 5 years.
Number 2, we have the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl or the Cracker Barrel Mango Bowl.
Peach, Chick-fil-A. I fucking love Cracker Barrel. I really, really, really love Cracker Barrel. But I think Chick-fil-A would sponsor a football game over Cracker Barrel.
Cracker Barrel.
Chris is going Cracker Barrel.
100% peach. I know.
All right. So Tay with Chick-fil-A,
Yeah.
you are correct.
Yes!
Deep down in my heart of hearts, I knew she was right.
I'd also like to take this moment to say, go fuck yourself, Chick-fil-A.
I guess they're not sponsoring the podcast.
I wouldn't want your money. Maybe I would. But then I would take your money and then I would donate it to all of the gays.
All of the
If
gays.
some dump truck just happened to show up at my front door and start dumping money, I might look the other way.
I love Cracker Barrel so much, and I will seek it out when I am in like the rural United States.
It's good. It's good.
I went by myself to a Cracker Barrel in Las Vegas.
Nice.
It was there, and I kept seeing the sign on the highway I was driving on a bunch, and I was like, I have to go.
It's
And I
funny.
No signs of work.
It's funny that we have my kid. It's the weirdest memory, but he has this helicopter from when he was like 10 or even younger, and he picked it up today because the little guy's been playing with it. And he picked up that helicopter and he looks at it. I'm like, "Where'd you get that?" He's like, "Oh, that Cracker Barrel place in South Carolina." I'm like, "You got it."
Because it's great. Because like, if you haven't been, it's a restaurant that you also have to walk through like a combination toy shop,
It's a
candy
weird.
store,
Yeah,
clothing
it's
store.
a weird thing.
Like my mom has a really nice blouse that she bought from Cracker Barrel.
Right. And then you get
And I
pretty
think
good food in there.
The food's really good. I love it. The food,
Or is it just food?
it's food. The portions are great.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's the States, so of course they are.
Bad American.
You can tweak things and eat fairly healthy.
Mhm.
Like you could. I had a steamed fish, and I thought they were going to throw me out.
What do you want us to do to the fish?
You don't want us to fry it? Okay.
Actually ordered the fish?
Okay. Number 3.
Let's go, Mark.
Number 3, we have the Capital One Orange Bowl or the City Financial Lemon Bowl.
I'm going Orange Bowl.
The City Financial. What was the? Was it lime?
Lemon.
Lemon.
I know the answer.
There's no lemon bowl, is there?
Yeah, the lemon bowl is the one you wash your fingers in.
at Chalet and drink by accident.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
so I work in TV and I work for a design show, and every episode before the reveal, I give the designers like $600 from our petty cash, and we call it for lemons and bowls, because that's what you decorate with at like an open house when you're staging a home.
Okay.
So, but and what's the fruit? An orange bowl?
Capital One.
Capital One orange bowl. And Chris, you said Capital One? Okay, I gotta go orange bowl. There's no lemon bowl.
You are both correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The orange bowl is one of the major bowls.
Yeah, that's
And
why, because I knew it was one of the major
hesitating
ones.
using that. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
hesitating to use it. I'm like, it's a pretty big one.
But the sponsor sounded correct.
Capital One?
Of the lemon bowl?
No, they got one orange bowl.
Yeah, but the other financial institution, City Financial, also sounded like they'd sponsor a bowl.
It probably did.
I'm going less fruit and more sponsor. Okay, number 4.
We have the East-West Shrine Bowl or the North-South Temple Bowl.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the Shrine Bowl. Pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure it's the Temple Bowl.
Does this one matter?
Yeah, all of them matter.
No, but is this one going to decide the outcome?
No.
Mark, what's the score going into
What's
this
the
one?
score going into this question?
It is Tay with 15, Chris with 16.
So I need this.
And Chris cannot get it.
So I need to go Temple if you're going Shriner's Bowl.
I'm going with the Shriners.
There's one more after this.
Yeah. But if I win this and
Oh,
she
right,
doesn't,
right. Yeah.
yeah.
So should I go with Chris?
If you go with Chris, you guarantee you have a chance on the last one to tie it. If you go against Chris here, you might tie it now and still lose it, or you've already lost.
This is true.
Okay, I gotta go with Chris against my gut and Shriner Bowl.
Shrine Bowl is correct. So it comes down to the last
The
one.
last question.
Cool.
All right.
And
No
then
pressure.
if I get it and Chris doesn't, it's tied.
Right.
Then we continue this beautiful friendship knowing we're equally as intelligent.
No,
Correct.
you both have to make a soup to win the bowl game.
We do a soup bowl off. We do a chili cook-off in a bowl. And we have a panel of judges. And then it'll be just Dave and Mark.
Right.
Just Dave.
Okay,
I don't share.
I know.
All right.
All right. Last one.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
We have the Snickers Junior Bowl or the Reese's Senior Bowl.
Come on. So are you saying Snickers Junior, like a little itty bitty Snickers, is
No,
sponsoring?
he means like because the other one's the Senior Bowl. It's the Senior Bowl versus the Junior Bowl.
Do you know?
Reese's versus Snickers.
I'm like 86% sure that it's the Senior Bowl. So that's my
And now I go with.
and I'm going with it. And I banged the desk and it all vibrated and I'm sorry.
No point in going with Chris. You're going to lose either way if you go with
I know. I gotta go with Snickers because I don't see Reese's sponsoring a bowl, but I see
Is
Snickers.
there nothing better than a bowl of Reese's, though? Can we just take a second?
No, you are not wrong.
Is Dave wearing the
And,
pants
and
again?
I'm talking either the cups or Reese's Pieces. Either one. Give me any.
I was gonna say if you had to pick Reese's Pieces or cups.
I'm very, very like I love Reese's Pieces. Now, and don't get me wrong, I love the cups, but if I had to pick one, it's Reese's Pieces.
Or you can buy the one that comes with both.
Or
with the pieces
cups
in the cups.
in the pieces.
big cups.
Yeah.
That's mad.
Yeah.
So the situation, Dave said, what's the situation? So you are on a half an hour walk
Oh, half an hour.
and you can take one thing.
Oh, that's
in your
pieces.
and walk away.
Easy pieces. Because sometimes the chocolate leaves residuals on your fingers, and then you're
Yeah,
licking your fingers on the street. Nobody wants to see
But
that.
if you're sitting,
If I'm sitting at home on a Tuesday night watching The Simpsons, I'm eating myself a bowl of Reese's Cups.
okay.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Now, if I may
It's the
talk,
milk cup still, right?
before we get this answer, Dave hates working for his food. So he doesn't like peeling shrimp. He
Got it.
doesn't like lobster. So
I love the meat. I just don't like working.
I'm surprised at you because you have chosen something that you do have to peel.
Yeah, but I peel a little bit and I just scoop it into my face.
Okay.
It's true. Yeah, you just pull the
Or
edge.
you get the mini cups. The mini cups are just miniature versions without the peel.
Mini cups aren't as good.
No.
Mini cups aren't as good.
Okay,
need
I'm
the-
going Snickers.
Regular size. Go ahead, Mark.
I'm going miniature Snickers sponsors a bowl.
Tay's going Snickers. Chris is going Reese's. Chris is correct and is the winner.
I'm gonna tell you this, Mark. The last ones were like, because those bowl names I knew,
Yeah.
like Senior Bowl, the all those ones. I'm like, I know I've heard the Senior Bowl before. I know I've heard the Orange Bowl before. I know.
You got the Mango Bowl wrong, but yeah.
I heard the Orange Bowl. Now, Dave, I will admit this because I got it wrong, was trying to help me. And he pointed to what I thought was his knee, and I had no clue what he meant, so I just went with Snickers.
And then what did you realize what I meant?
No, what did you mean?
I have pants.
It was his pants.
But you're not wearing he's not wearing the pants.
But I have them.
But
That
he
would have
has
been
the pants.
I thought you were pointing to your knees, and maybe your knees hurt because you're senior.
I am, and then you would have got it right by the Senior Bowl.
But then I thought that I overthought it. But congratulations, Chris.
It's hard
I'm
being this
happy-
good.
I'm happy we have a winner. Okay, I will.
Embarrassed.
You're embarrassed? Okay.
Oh man, that's fucking hurtful.
I have a good game idea. I need to work on it because, as we've discussed, part of my favorite thing is doing research on NCAA teams and mascots.
Right.
So I'm going to see how much you guys remember from old podcasts.
Oh God.
And we're going to do some history quizzes.
I like it.
So obviously we're in quarantine day something.
I was on so my work has now figured out a way for us to do work even though we're not working. So we're doing a conference call every morning, which is bullshit because it's like I haven't been groggy in weeks, right? So today I had to wake up at a specific time to get on a conference call. And so at the end of the conference call, my boss says, "Oh, by the way, since we're not paying you guys because we're not getting full pay anymore, we're getting like 90%." And he's like, "So since we're doing that, we're only doing 4 days a week instead of 5. What day of the week would you guys want to not have the conference call?" He's like, "I thought Fridays, so you get the long weekend or whatever." And I go, I think I speak for everybody here when I say that none of us know what day of the week it is right now. So does it really matter which day we don't work? Because, I mean, I don't know what day it is. I had no idea what day it was today.
So what do? You were just like on a...
Yeah, we're just on a conference call discussing like metrics and how to make them better.
That reminds me, next time you're on those conference calls, can you send me a message? Because I keep forgetting to call back your DM.
Oh, yeah, you should do that.
Yeah. Because I got a
That's
message
enough.
from saying,
That's enough. That's enough. Don't talk
Okay.
anymore about where I work.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Mark, are you and Chris going to work together again?
No.
No.
It's just...
There's something
No.
there. It's related.
Okay. So we are on day, we're not sure.
A million.
I only know because I write it down on a chalkboard. I am still lucky and working, but I feel like most of my day is planning for something that will never happen, and then we realize it won't happen, and then I wake up the next day and I do it again. Like, okay, here's the new plan, and you plan for it, and then it just doesn't happen.
Oh, that's depressing.
Eventually,
that's
people are
super
gonna
depressing.
realize it. Yeah, I mean, so I work in TV, and we're looking to film in Calgary next.
Oh yeah,
And-
and you're not allowed to do anything there until the end of June, right?
June 30th for film permits, but they're only limiting gatherings bigger than 15 people.
Oh, okay.
So my show
Might be
does
a little-
not A, require permits, and B, has a crew smaller than 15 people.
Right.
So maybe? Anyways, I don't want to push it. TV can wait for a horrific pandemic.
Well, hold on though. Hold on, because you say that, but just remember that we are becoming dangerously close to running out of things to watch.
Yes.
Because stuff gets filmed like a few months in advance, and we're gonna hit that point where it's like we haven't filmed anything in 6 months, and
so desperate for content. You know what I started? And I am someone that watches 90 Day Fiancé. I watch Love is Blind. What I started that I truly couldn't make it past the first episode is The Circle.
Okay.
Lindsay loves that.
Lindsay loves that show. It's trash. It's actual trash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a messaging, it's social, it's an interesting concept, and I could see how it was pitched. But the execution is like, they think it's voice activated and that's this technology to send each other messages. It clearly isn't, but it would be a really boring TV show seeing people text. Anyways, it's terrible. And I just looked up who won because I just couldn't.
You cared enough to know who won, but not...
I was like, which of these garbage people will win the trash crown? And it is one of the worst people on it. So, anyways.
Surprise.
Okay. Since we are without sports, we are looking into the recesses of our minds and our history of sports, because it is part of what I miss so much about it. As we discussed last week, it's so unifying, and just having that shared experience and knowing when it's a big event, everyone's watching the same thing. We're all going through the same thing together. You know, the golden goal, the bat flip, all of these things that we watch together or have seen highlights of, and just the Raptors winning. Like, it's just this incredible feeling of unity and civic pride and camaraderie, and that's really what I'm missing.
Right.
More than like, yeah, Bruins.
Right. Yeah, I see what you mean. Like, it's just like we have something common frame of reference to have conversations about.
Yeah. And there is one sport going on, so maybe we will lead with it. Because speaking of trash human beings, UFC is still pushing to move forward, because instead of using his money for literally anything else, when doctors and nurses are going into hospitals without personal protective equipment, people are running out of masks, people working grocery stores are dying because they still have to go to work. This piece of garbage, Dana White, has purchased an island for which people will fight on.
Damn it.
What the actual fuck?
I used to have the Mortal Kombat theme on the soundboard, and it's not there anymore. That would have been the perfect time.
Yeah.
Finish him. Yeah, like, weird, fucked up dystopian idea of owning an island and making people fight on it aside. Like, is this truly appealing to anybody? Would you guys still watch it?
Well,
I never watched it to begin with.
I don't like
but
UFC to begin with.
will.
Yeah. I've never liked UFC. Oh, sorry, that's not true. I liked UFC when it first started. But I've never liked UFC since it turned into what it is now.
Because Conor McGregor, if he did anything else, would have been in prison.
Correct.
Like 5 years ago.
Right.
Because he's like, it's dregs of the earth playing this sport now.
Yeah. It's not good.
Whatever it is. So, okay, what if it was hockey? What if Gary Bettman bought an island?
Well, hold on. Like, this is what the MLB's talking about. Have you not heard about the MLB's
Arizona
plan? What's that?
Playing in Arizona?
Right. It's the same idea. It's exactly the same
thing
idea.
With the NBA, they were thinking about playing all the games in Las Vegas.
Why Las Vegas?
Why the desert? Because this is both thinking the desert's a good idea. Is there something with the desert and coronavirus? Does coronavirus not exist in the desert? Like
either that or their numbers are low, but apparently because all the facilities are close to a major city, so they can play like in the outskirts, but still be close enough to like a major city center to get supplies or whatever.
I'm okay. Again,
because in MLB they have parks as well. Because for spring training, they're separated into two places. They play in Arizona for the Cactus League, and then they play in Florida for the Grapefruit League. Now, the ballparks in the Grapefruit League are scattered further apart, whereas opposed in the Cactus League, they're more centered, I guess.
Right.
So logistically, it makes
it's easier for them to go to Arizona because they got a bunch of ballparks already ready to go, and that totally makes sense to me. It's just I don't understand why the NBA would choose Vegas and not Phoenix, for instance. Like, where they're, but I guess they want neutral site. Like they want true neutral site.
Yeah.
So okay then. I mean, I'd kind of heard rumblings of this.
How would you feel if that's how they did the MLB season? At least the first like few months of it. How would that make you feel as a baseball fan? Because I would say we're all pretty much, baseball fans.
Yeah, it's happened to his head for those that
are listening, but you should be watching as well.
Head on over to our Twitch stream or the Rabble Press YouTube page to find out.
Rabblepress.com. YouTube.com/Rabblepress. That'll get you there.
To find out what Chris pointed to on his hat. He's doing it again. And you have to just go watch and find out. I don't know. Like, I'm so against it because most of me is against it because, like, there's bigger things.
Right
now, and just fucking everyone locked down. Because I think it would be a slippery slope if they play, like, you're obviously bringing other people into it. There's training staff, there's equipment staff.
Medical staff, everything.
People that are going to go, regardless of whether it's open to the public or not.
And then and it wouldn't be open to the public. And I believe the idea is that all of these people would be basically locked into the facility for 2 to 3 months, where it's like, you can't leave the facility. You just stay. And they bring all the stuff they need, the food and the baseballs and the uniforms, and they bring it all in, and then these people are all like just separated from humanity.
Is this not the plot of Space Jam?
No.
Don't they steal Michael Jordan and force him to play basketball?
Yeah, but I don't think they're stealing anybody to force them to do anything.
It doesn't sound like you've seen Space Jam.
I've seen Space Jam. I feel like it's such a slippery. Like, I know people can't go see it, but people are going to now go to Arizona, and now how many people on a baseball team? I know there's like
6 million.
Well, they're not opening the ball games to the public.
No,
though.
the public wouldn't be. Yeah, they'd be playing in empty stadiums.
I'm aware of the roster size.
Oh, and
coaches and staff, and how many people are we talking per team? Human beings.
The craziest part. Okay, there's going to be at least 70 people, minimum 70 people.
But 50 times 32?
Right.
30 or 52?
Sharing trainers and
what's 50 times 32?
160. Sorry, 1,600.
1,600. That's now 1,600 additional people that are going to be relying on Dave wants
but if they're all like, if they're all intermingling, but they're all intermingling with themselves and not the outside, they should be okay. But then they're going so far as to say that they're going to practice social distancing by having, instead of the players sit in the dugout, they'll sit in the stands, and they'll sit 6 feet apart in the stands, so they'll be separated by 2 chairs.
What about slides? What about, like, chasing down a ball? And for me, it's like, okay, there's a limited number of resources, and now you're taking 1,600 people. You know, you have limited food, you have limited supplies, and now you are unnecessarily draining money. Chris I will leave you to go to he's making the dollar sign.
You're forgetting that
forgetting money.
The thing the MLB thinks with this is that since people are starved for content, that they could re-up and get like amazing TV deals right now.
Now, isn't this the plot of The Simpsons, where Krusty takes over the airwaves after Sideshow Bob says,
with the scorpion and the gas can?
And Krusty's like, oh, well, I'll get all the ratings because I'm the only thing on TV.
Right, and that's
where Eisenhower.
And that is where MLB, the idea that MLB has here is that, when ESPN's got nothing else to show.
The only thing that's making me...
When Fox has nothing to show,
it's when the Hoser Trump base is like, oh, yeah, you're right. Because Trump said at a press conference yesterday or the day before, I'm sick of watching old games. So that, there's bigger things, but then the only little part of me when I said like we're talking about filming and starting again, we're looking at July or August, and Chris, you said we're quickly running out of things to watch.
Yeah. And that's the problem, is that like, you know, you're gonna get through what's appealing on Netflix, and then what do you do then?
I stole my Prime.
And then you're gonna get through all of that as well. Mark, you told me yesterday, no, the day before yesterday, that you were finishing whole seasons of shows in a day.
Yeah.
Now I wish I had that kind of time. I'm gonna lend you the 4-year-old for a few days, and then trust me, he's Rona free. You're good.
Thus far, have refused to watch Tiger King.
Yeah, I haven't watched it either.
But I feel like I'm gonna crack. Like if this goes on, maybe another 2 or 3 weeks.
I'll divorce you.
Whoa.
Oh, okay.
It's funny. As I was watching, I'm like, I think this was the guy that ran for president, because I remember like a few years ago when they were
I remember his name.
Because I was watching a show and they were going through all these random candidates, because they're like, if you think Trump was a joke nomination, look at these other guys who ran for it. And I'm like, that guy looks familiar. And then I'm watching the show, I'm like, oh yeah, it's the same guy.
Yeah.
Now you better not, when you're talking about joke candidates, you better not be including Vermin Supreme. No, because he is not a joke. That's all I want to say.
I haven't cracked yet, because obviously I watch shows featuring garbage people. We just talked about The Circle, but they're genuinely terrible human beings, and I really don't like that. Life is depressing enough right now.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I mean, is it one of those shows that makes you feel better about no matter what's going on in your life? You're like, well, at least I'm not those people.
At least I'm not this person. Maybe a little bit, but it's animals. I don't want to see anything bad with animals right now. Where is our dog? Okay. Well, would you guys let's do a quick room pool, Dave? Studio pool. Sorry, really sophisticated podcast studio. You woke up the dog.
Hey, I have
you watch
hundreds of dollars worth of equipment around me right now.
That's true. I bought a mister.
Ooh, fancy.
Your life.
Moist. Would you watch Arizona baseball?
Yeah, sports.
Okay, Chris? Same?
100%. 100%.
Mark?
I don't even hear what you
We would all watch it, and we're liars. And we're liars if we say we wouldn't, because we're starved for sports. I don't know.
Especially the fantasy community.
Oh God, yeah, the fantasy. Like I'd probably start playing fantasy baseball.
And maybe it'd do something for unifying us, right? Like it will bring us like remember the time we all watched the Arizona season.
Yeah.
Anyways, okay, I sent you guys some other questions. Dave needs to have a shower, so I need to ask them. And we're also, boy, do we have only 15 minutes left.
Holy shit.
What happens to this podcast sometimes?
We go off the rails so hard.
I know we go off the rails, but every once in a while we take this train very far off that track.
It's almost like you need a moderator.
We do. It's
we
almost
need,
like
we need to do it PTI style. That's what we need to do is have a little timer. This is how much time we get on each topic. Ding, move on.
Yeah, when was that timer?
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so the first question, and I will start with Dave, and after you answer, you can have a shower, although you should stick around for the rest of them. Which event do you wish you saw live or had the opportunity to see live and missed? And if you don't have one, is there a TV version? Like a moment you could have seen on TV and didn't? Mine was the Golden Goal. Now I know I saw it. I know we've talked about it. But it was the opportunity that I had of the venue to watch it. And friends rented out the Madison. The Madison. I get it mixed up with the Brunswick. And they rented tables. There was like 40 of them. They all partied. They all drank beer. Like everyone was gear dancing. And I missed it because I had the flu. And so I watched it by myself. I missed a lot of the game. I obviously saw the important part, but thankfully I had a sight line from the bathroom at the time to the TV, and right. I just was like lying on the floor, head on the toilet, staring down the hallway at the TV. but I had the opportunity to see it with some of my best friends.
Right.
And I missed it because I had the fucking flu. All right. Chris?
So I have a sports one and a not sports. Oh, so the sports one doesn't involve me. The non-sports one involves me. Anyways, okay, so the sports one was Lindsay's dad had tickets to go see. He was a Dolphins fan way back in the day. He's a Steelers fan now. I don't know what the change was. Maybe because the Dolphins have been shit since the 70s.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Bail out of this.
So
sinking ship.
He had tickets to see the Dolphins in Buffalo. And so he's getting ready to go, and he goes to get the tickets. And Lindsay was about 4 at the time. And Lindsay had found a pair of scissors and the tickets and just shredded them.
Oh my God.
Imagine. So, yeah. That's yeah. And I mean, I don't think it was a particularly special game, but going to see your team, and especially NFL for Canadians, it's tough, right? Because we don't get to see our teams very often. Yeah. So that
is it. Jesus, Dave, is it your dad that didn't see the Beatles?
Your mom.
My mom did. My
dad did.
So the Beatles came to Toronto and played at the Gardens. What did they used to be called?
Maple Leaf Gardens.
Maple Leaf Gardens. Thank you. It's a Loblaws now.
It is.
And my mom got tickets and went to see them. And we have a little box of keepsakes. And the two things in it are my dad's dog tags from the military and my mom's ticket stubs from seeing the Beatles.
That's amazing.
Dave's dad missed them.
Oh.
Had tickets. Didn't see the fucking Beatles. Okay, and what is your TV moment?
And it's funny. So it's funny because mine involves a band. So I had tickets to go see when I was in high school. This would have been 1997, 90, or early 98. I think, no, I was 17. I was for sure 17. So it was 97. My favorite band at the time.
Oh boy, what is it? Oh boy.
Okay, guess. I want you to guess.
Creed.
Can we get a genre?
No, not Creed. Metal-ish, but not Creed.
Silverchair.
No, I saw Silverchair though. And I saw Silverchair when they were their first album. Okay, it was Korn. Okay. Me and my girlfriend at the time had tickets. We went. She drove because she had her driver's license. I didn't have my driver's license at the time. So she drove.
Crashed her car to avoid seeing Korn.
Incorrect. So we saw the opening band.
Mm-hmm.
And then her mom called her and said, you need to come home now because you have to be home by midnight. So we didn't get to see the headlining band. I was not happy.
I assume you broke
Was it a
up.
weeknight?
It was, no, it was a Saturday.
Did you break up with her on the car ride home?
No. She broke up with me many years later.
Who was the opening band?
Incubus, actually, which was awesome.
Hootie.
Was this before Jonovision or after?
This was long before Jonovision.
Okay.
Jonovision, like the TV show.
I don't want to talk about Jonovision. Thank you very much.
Why
You've already said too much, Mark.
What problem do you possibly have with Jonathan Torrance?
We're never saying it on air. It's never getting said recorded.
Can we after?
I'll tell you after.
Keep recording.
Because I know people that know him, and if you need to tell him something.
Oh no, John.
There's nothing to do with him.
No, he's fine.
Okay. Mark, yours?
I couldn't really think of anything huge because I tried to make sure I either see the game, and the other big events I just can't afford to go to. But the one that came recently was when I went to the Bills-Ravens game this year, and on that Sunday, the Niners had played the Saints in that crazy game this year.
Oh,
that went back and forth.
Yeah.
And I'm busy watching my phone as I'm watching the football game at the stadium, cheering to random stuff because people are looking at something else differently, obviously.
Right. They're watching the game in front of them, and you're reacting to highlights
and I'm
from
busy
a
looking
different
at
game.
The scores at the game, like, oh crap, they're down 23-7. It's only the first half. God damn it.
Okay, David. Dave has the big one who inspired this question. Take it away. Take it away,
Make
Dave.
us cry, Dave.
It was a late afternoon.
He's painting a picture.
October 14th, 2015. I was on my way to the airport after on my way to Las Vegas. Tournament coming up. Had a flight that was booked a long time ago. A buddy of mine and I split a pair of postseason Blue Jays tickets for that season. And it just happened that my flight was booked at Game 5 of the ALDS. And in the car, not in front of a TV, on the way to the airport, I heard the bat flip.
That makes me so sad. You could have been at the bat flip.
I had a ticket in my hand for the bat flip, and I gave it to my friend, and I said, "You take these ones. I'll take another pair later on when I'm back in town." And I listened to it in the car to someone who didn't care and their mother, who were driving us to the airport. When I got to the airport, the TVs had stopped playing the replay, so I had to wait until I landed in Vegas.
Oh my God.
Before I actually got to see the bat flip. So I'm now probably about 2 hours at the airport. I've got a half hour left in the car ride, 5-hour flight. I missed the bat flip by 8 hours after having possibly seen it live.
That's heartbreaking. Oh my God. Because I just rewatched. So after we talked about it last week, I went on YouTube and I'm like, okay, ALDS Game 5, 7th inning, and I found it was the whole 7th inning.
The whole inning's great.
It's bonkers. It's so long. It was like 45 minutes. It was actually almost 55, I think, and it's still so good. Like
it's one of those. It gives you chills every time you see it, even if you're not directly looking at the TV.
Yep, they could make a movie out of that 7th inning.
Absolutely.
They could make a movie out of that 7th inning.
You could set it up the same way that they did for Love of the Game, with like flashbacks and kind of the storyline is all linear but with different kind of branches to it.
Exactly.
Well,
underrated movie, by the way.
I have a very close friend, Mark. You know Kyla,
and
this was the moment where we were like, "Oh, let's be friends," because we were both at work, and I worked on a show that a bunch of us were still in the office, and we were like, "Hey, let's stick around. Let's all watch the game together." We had it streaming on our TV, and she was on a different show and was the only one there, and kind of was popping her head over the partitions. And it's like, "Hey, what?
Can I watch
come on
too?"
over. Yeah, come on over. We got champagne. Like, come watch with us. And like that, 5 years later, is we're very close friends because of the bat flip.
See,
Sports
unifies everybody.
Sports brings everyone together. Okay, I'll quickly burn through our next question.
Bye.
Best heckle that you've ever heard.
Because that's the whole basis of the
That's the whole point of the title, our picture. I will start because I have two, and I need you to help me decide.
Okay.
Both of them are at Blue Jays games because I do firmly believe the baseball has the best heckles.
Has to.
I think hockey fans are boring, and I think football fans are genuinely a bit mean, but baseball fans have fun with it.
Right.
And I was in the 500s, no, maybe the 200s. I was up a level around a banister, and it was a kid, couldn't have been more than 8, and his dad, and like they were clearly having a blast. Dead silence at the Sky Dome, and the kid stands up and screams, "Suck my balls, Jeter."
Beautiful.
And it was just so perfect from this tiny child.
Beautiful.
And it's like, should I ever accidentally become a mother, I will encourage this kind of behavior.
100%. That's
screaming, "Suck my balls, Jeter."
Balls, Jeter. That's the greatest thing.
My other one, but I think it's got to go to the kid. It was a couple years ago. Mark, you might have been with me. We were at a Boston Red Sox game very near the WestJet flight deck. And it was a guy probably around our age, not drunk, but just screaming in a high-pitched woman voice for Jackie Bradley Jr. And like he was a lover scorned. So
that does sound familiar.
Every time he came out to the field, it'd be, "Jackie! Jackie! Jackie!" And it was just so
Awful.
So good. And he was so like a woman pissed off at Jackie for leaving him.
How dare you, Jackie?
And it was so good. But I think I gotta give it to this.
That's the suck my balls kid. Absolutely.
Gabe, you have one thing?
Yeah, I went to a game, I don't know, sometime in university. Cardinals were in town, sitting way up in the 500s, like behind the foul pole. And I'm there with my university buddies, and there's this drunk, middle-aged, probably in his mid to late 50s, clearly scuzzy guy, silent the entire game. It's like the 6th or 7th inning, he stands up. Oh, sorry, Pujols comes up to bat. He stands up. It's dead silent because the Jays are losing by like 7. And he just goes, Pujols? More like dump holes. Am I right? Turns around, tries to high five nobody.
Amazing.
And then just sat down.
Amazing. Oh, that's great.
Okay, Mark?
Classic dump holes.
Mine was also at a Blue Jays game, but it was actually by a player responding to heckling.
Whoa. All right, I'm interested.
No. So we're on the flight deck, center field-ish. All these fans are yelling at center fielder, calling them, just the random names, saying he's not worth the money or the contract. Of course, we're talking about Vernon Wells.
Of course.
But this is when he was playing with the Yankees. He's getting heckled all game long, and then I think it was in the 6th inning. He stole a home run ball by climbing up the wall, catching it. As came down with the ball, turned to fans, brushed off his shoulders, and threw the ball back into the infield.
Amazing. That's pretty good.
Everything he does is garbage, and that was garbage. I thought I hate him, and it was probably Chris?
All right, I got two. I'm sorry. Okay.
That's fine. I had 2. I couldn't decide.
So
Are you talking about Skelly?
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
Okay, maybe bring it up after. Okay, so I was in Buffalo watching the Sharks at the Sabres, and the Sabres were garbage because this would have been like, oh god, at least 10 or 11 years ago.
But that was back when the Sabres were beating the Sharks regularly. It was weird.
Correct, because we lost that game. So I'm sitting there in the stands, and the old lady behind me goes, because I'm obviously wearing all my Sharks gear, and the old lady behind me goes, oh, the Sharks, you guys always choke in the playoffs, blah, 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 choke in the playoffs. And I go, look way up, and I'm like, that's weird. I don't see any Stanley Cup banners up there.
Ha!
Fucker. So that was one. The second one was, again, these are both kind of like heckles that we did, because the other one was
you heckles.
Yeah. And so the other one was we're playing the Ticats are playing the Argos, and if you remember, Vanderjet played for the Argos for a brief period of time, and so he's coming off the field, and the Argos had lost. And so he's coming up the field, and the whole time because we used to sit right above the visiting team dressing room.
Tunnel.
Right, like where they come out of. And so he's coming up the field, and the whole way we're just chanting Vander shit. And he actually, like, God bless him, he started like dancing to it as he was coming up. So it was he took it in stride. Not because we were relentless, and not a lot of players took it well because we were bad. Mark, remember, you suck cocks, you suck dicks?
Yeah.
Because the Alouettes used to have, at the same time, Chip Cox and what was Dick's first name? I don't even remember. But they're coming up, and we're like, you suck cocks, you suck dicks. And the cop at the bottom was like yelling at us, and we're like, that's their names. We're saying that they suck. That's their names.
The best heckle I've been a part of was when I got my section chanting at Sidney Ponson. If you remember that picture of DUI.
Nice.
So that's anyway. Mark, yours?
We already went through it.
Yeah, we already did.
I don't have a personal one.
Oh no! What were you saying about
really
Skelly? What were you saying about Skelly?
No, anytime Bullface sucks, and then the Winnipeg kicker, the one game, and he actually missed the kick, and
yeah, that was good. Oh, honorable mention. Mention when we used to play ball hockey. Tom Sanderson is a legend in the chirps, like just flat out legend. This one guy got pissed off one game, like lost his mind, gets kicked out of the game, and as he's walking off the not ice but court, I guess you would call it, he's walking off, and Tom Sanderson out of nowhere, hot dogs are ready. It was, I don't know why it was so funny. But he was kind of a bigger guy, right? So I guess that's, but like to this day, if you say hot dogs are ready, I'm crying.
That's so nonsensical.
Yeah.
Okay, and the last question. What is the best giveaway that you've received?
I had a hard time with this one. I think the best giveaway that I received was when we went to an Argos game and we got the Damon Allen bobblehead, and then we just like smashed them outside after the game.
So terrible.
I know. Could have given them to a kid or something, but no kids in Toronto care about the Argos, so.
No, it was a debate between the batteries that I stole from the light up wristband at the Grey Cup.
Right.
Or there was a Doug Flutie giveaway and a bobblehead, and I only liked it because my friend hid it in my suitcase that I brought to work before a work trip, and then I took him around for like that next year.
Oh, and took pictures of him in different places?
Doug Flutie has been to the Acropolis.
Okay.
Like, Doug Flutie has been some cool places. But my best giveaway was a Celebraduck. Okay. So this was, Jesus Christ, 20 years ago, when Flex Passes made sense. And they were giving away a Celebraduck, which is a celebrity rubber ducky. Right. And it has the body of a rubber ducky and the head of a human and a beak. So obviously, terrible giveaway. And this was a Carlos Delgado Celebraduck giveaway.
Beautiful.
So it is still in my house somewhere. It is a rubber ducky with the head of Carlos Delgado. And then after we got him, we then took him around Toronto. So I have a picture of the Celebraduck at Speaker's Corner. I have the Celebraduck at the ROM. We took him to some fun places. I have him on a subway. It was a great time. Honorable mention to any stadium ever that gives away a miniature bat.
Right.
It's always a terrible idea.
Miniature bats are a bad idea.
I can't think of anything that stands out because I've gone to a lot of bobbleheads, but none of the Jays bobbleheads have been like creative or fun, like some of the states have been.
I gotta see if I can turn the camera for the Twitch stream. The dog now is lying on a Blue Jays Snuggie.
Oh, wow. Was that a giveaway?
It was a giveaway. It was, for those who don't know, the Snuggie, it's the like suitcase that you can wear with the arms blanket thing, and it's a Blue Jays uniform, and it is now the dog's upstairs bed.
Beautiful.
That reminds me of all the giveaways I've been given. The one I've actually used the most is when they gave out the welcome mats. I still use that to this day.
I use the barbecue tongs.
Oh.
That I think were last year, the year before. No, it was smoke. So it might have been last year. So I used that. And then the Father's Day gave away barbecue aprons like 15 years ago. And it was me and my dad. And my dad used it for a long time. And it was just the two of us. And I went to get one. And he's like, oh, no, little lady. It's just for like, not little lady. It was maybe like late teens, early 20s. It's Father's Day giveaway. It's just for the men. And my dad nudged, start crying and tell them your husband's in Afghanistan.
Did you do that? You did that, didn't you?
I did not do that, but they did give me they did give me an apron. But my dad used it for a really long time.
That's good.
Yeah. I've had some good, there's great giveaways like the faux jersey days and then Celebraduck days.
The best thing I got from the Blue Jays was when they gave me 8-bit Nintendo with a couple of games and like some Blue Jays paraphernalia.
Oh, but that's not a giveaway. That you won a contest.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Dave and we did our
night. You get a high score in a game, and then whoever had the high score got the prize.
Yeah. Oh, remember the pizza days? The pizza giveaways?
No.
If they hit a home
That's
run.
whenever he gets. No, isn't it 7 strikeouts?
Yes.
Yeah, they kept changing it because people kept winning too many pizza slices. And then when Dave and I did our that we are planning again as soon as this is over, we ate for about 2 or 3 days because of the giveaways that we were at each. Like one, we got a free Grand Slam breakfast at Denny's. One was a Chick-fil-A store. One was a big Dunkin' Donuts coffee. It was great. We ate well because of giveaways. Friends, we've run long talking about only sports this whole time.
Correct.
I'd say any other sports news, but can we save your CFL news for next week?
Yes. 100%.
Lord knows we need stuff, and we can talk Tom Brady and his decision to prove something in Florida. But head on over to Rob.
Is everybody still there?
Yes.
I'm still here.
Okay.
Yeah, she just completely
say it one more
blanked
time,
out.
yeah, because it was complete silence.
Oh, weird. Head on over to rabblepress.com for all of our other podcasts. We do a Rabble of Thrones. We do a Game of Thrones podcast. That's super fun because this most past season is so trash that I'm almost having more fun with this one.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are doing Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Maybe this is your impetus to relaunch a Westworld podcast, but head on over to rabblepress.com for all of your other podcast viewing and listening glory. We are Scotch Sporting on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, so check us out. We post fun content, like an Instagram story that I just did of it tracking my sex appeal, and I got 35%, and I'm not happy.
You did the duck face too. Maybe that was the problem.
I did duck. You know what it was? It was glasses.
Hot glasses make it unsexy.
Hot people don't wear. No, I'm saying I got 35%. Yeah, more boobs. Can't show boobs on Twitter. But DM us. Maybe we will. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, at Scotchboarding, and maybe tell a friend about us, and that'd be nice. But thanks for listening. Sniffing your